Yeah. This is that get up on the dance shit, fill up another glass shit. Got me two-stepping and placing gripping on that ass. Hey, I ain't tripping what them haters say. Me and my team super clean, so we do the thing. I'm a product of pop, listening in Biggie flows. Got me lighting up the competition like got the most silly hoe. Tricks are for kids, you ain't playing me. I'm from the biggest little city, ain't no stopping me. My donga, my nigga, we chasing dreams and stacking figures. I'm trying to get us all about the hood. Yeah that I made, and yeah that I did. You feel what I feel? Big ups to all of my soldiers who always kept it real. I've been trying to holler at shorty since I many days. Got me feeling for your body up in so many ways. I wanna do what them lovers do, and if you feeling me, baby, slap my way, boo. Anything you want, baby, hit me later. So into you, or move it with the vibe. I just wanna rub you down. Baby, let me love you down. Anything you want, baby, hit me later. So into you, I'm moving with the vibe. I just wanna rub you down. Baby, let me love you down.
Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of whyuce, episode 28. I'm your host, Puni Moa.
That's so smooth.
Everybody that's tuning around the world, I'm absolutely excited right now because we got a special guest on today. Man, he's a true Polynesian powerhouse, man, hailing from the vibrant city of Reno, Nevada, the biggest little city in the world. So please join me and welcome this phenomenal rapper, MC, who's been making waves in the biggest little city and also in Australia. Yeah, give it up for my Beenjeezy. What's up, Beenjeezy?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Appreciate being on here, man.
Oh, shoot.
Reno, stand up. You guys got it out one time, man.
Reno, stand up from the 775, man.
Yes, sir.
You're looking good today, Oos, besides the hat. But you know what I'm saying? I digress. But yeah, man, for those
Sorry, man.
you good, man. So my Oos right here, Beenjeezy, man, his name resonates not only through myself, but also he has his own fans, man. The man is admired, man. He's born and raised. So you were born in Reno too, right, Oos?
No, I was born in LA, but my family, we've been in Reno since like the 80s. I'm not gonna lie though, you know, like Reno is my home, man. I'm not gonna front and be like, oh yeah, I'm from LA. No, I'm just born out there. But I'm a Reno kid through and through, you know.
Yeah, man. Same here. I was born in Hawaii, but you know what I'm saying? I don't claim it. That's just where my birthborn was at, where I was born at. But anyways, man, just want to, let our fans know, our listeners know, man, that this man right here, he's special to my heart because we've been working together for a long time back then when we were doing our thing in the music world, guysosmooth. Yeah. So I'm pretty excited to introduce you to my Oos right here, guy.
Nice. Love it, man.
Sir.
Oos, welcome, bro. Welcome.
Hey, appreciate it, man. So it's cool seeing Puni Moa this way, man. When I met him, I was a young man. I was a teenager when I met this man.
You and Sole Oos. Shout out to Sole Oos and the crew. Oos Guru and El Banger. These are like the crew right there. It's like this their age group and stuff, man. But you know what, bro? We're gonna chime right to it, man. We're gonna ask a little bit because I want the listeners to know who you are, man. Because we started this music thing. Well, when I met you, this is 2009, I believe. But I've always heard about you doing your thing, you and Oos Guru and man, just doing this rap game and stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah, man.
It's exciting, man. So, go ahead and share to our listeners, man, anything that stands out from your, like how did you start, or how is the life in Reno? Your upbringing and what
Reno is my upbringing is weird out here, man. It's like we're like ghetto country boys, you know what I mean? You fight somebody and then you drink a beer and squash it the next day. It's different from the other ghettos. Like I know you guys come from like the Bay Area and stuff, so it's like small town vibes, Everybody knows each other and stuff like that. So it's like there's no gang banging out here. That's the difference with Reno and these other cities. Everybody's more neighborhood affiliated than anything.
I can probably relate to that country style. country
Just
style
like that.
living. Yeah.
It's pretty much how American Samoa was too.
Yeah, and then same in Hawaii too. You know, it's got that different vibe. It's a different vibe, different type of. Would you guys say it's like it's changed for over the years? Like,
Definitely.
Right, Beenjeezy, you were saying from you got there in the '80s, but how much of a change has Reno gone through since the '80s?
Good question.
Oh man, it's almost scarier now. You know what I mean? Like these.
Yeah, like the neighborhoods have
younger
changed.
Generation is different. Yeah, it's like you know, like with us, it was back then. Like even when I first met Puni Moa and them, it was like it wasn't like, oh, where y'all from? It was just like, oh, they Samoan. Let's go over there and say what's up.
Yeah.
You know, it was like that. Now it's like it's different, man. Reno is kind of like everybody kind of stick to themselves now. You know, like you got to really try to get to know somebody nowadays.
Like go out of your way to get to know them. It was more friendlier back in the day than it is now, is what you're trying to say, right?
A lot friendlier, man. Yeah.
That's what the world's come to, man. I think that's all over, bro. Because it's the same here in Hawaii. I think Americans are both still in their neighborhood style because it's such a small island. But what about over there at Puni Moa? Puni Moa, you're the only one in North Carolina, right?
South Carolina.
Carolina.
According to the OGs out here, yeah, things have changed. But you know, it involves, but also the younger generation. You know, they're more of a, you know what I'm saying, action, shoot now, act later. You know, kind of. And we're talking about like the drama side. But as far as economic goes, there's a lot of, you know, me and my wife was driving around town, just cruising around and just seeing a lot of places, a lot of home-owned business and small businesses just shut down. A lot of vacancy buildings, you know. It's sad, but at the same time, there's also growth too because of new companies coming in. I know we have one of these car ones. I think it's I forgot which one it is, but one of these car, like, you know, like Ford and all of them. One of them is coming into the city, which will help the economy out. But the company that I would like to have out here is Tesla, you know, because I'd be hearing about them Teslas out there in Reno with the jobs they be giving, man.
Man.
But
it's like a cult, man.
Guysosmooth said, "Damn."
Yeah, man. Actually, see, I lied about
they're the biggest gang in Reno, man. Tell the listeners, man. In case they don't know, man, Tesla plays a big role right now.
It does, man. Like, jeez. Like I said, they're the biggest gangsters in Reno, man. They deep.
They deep with that electric shit, bro.
It's a warehouse, bro. I mean, like, shoot, the whole fan bam's off pretty much working from what I hear, man. I'm like,
yeah.
Well,
that's our tuna factory over here.
Word. Well, let me ask you guys this, man. Say, for instance, the world went into war and shit, and then somebody dropped an EMP bomb on freaking the United States. You all getting around in a Tesla?
Man. Exactly, man.
You know what's sad about that, though? I mean, not sad, but you know what's crazy? Even though everybody works at Tesla, does everybody have Tesla cars? Do you guys get the, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't see nobody riding around with Tesla cars. They just work there. You know what I mean?
You ain't lying.
I mean, but I ain't going to knock the hustle, man. They got to make money somewhere, somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, people, it is what it is, and shit. Don't knock the hustle.
Don't knock the hustle, baby.
They got to make a living. They're probably going to Tesla
it's become
factories.
A thing out here, man.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, the first one out there was Amazon, though. Remember that time, bro? Amazon was the first big one out there in Fernley. Fernley's about what, half an hour, 20-minute drive from Reno.
Yeah, and now they complain about the locals are complaining about Tesla the same way they complain about Amazon. You know, they're like, oh man, these people are driving crazy on the road. It's like, oh, they probably going to Tesla, you know? So it's like, they're hiring a bunch of young kids to drive 30 minutes outside the city. You know, most of them were speeding, doing crazy things, but we were all there once, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, for the listeners, man, 30 minutes in Reno is an hour drive for us regular folks in the big cities. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If Reno got it, if you say you live 15 minutes away, that's too far for Reno folks. It's got to be within the 10-minute limit, man.
Oh, man.
That's why they call it the biggest. Yeah. That's why they call it the biggest little city in the world.
It's true, man.
How long I get to get over there? 30 minutes. Nah, I'm good.
Catch an Uber.
Man. I used to go visit Puni Moa and them in the Frisco. They'd be like, "We're gonna go to Walmart, man." I'll be falling asleep just going to Walmart, man, because the drive is so long out there, you know.
Oh yeah, Frisco. Man, remember those winding roads and shit? That's damn. I miss that place.
But in Frisco, remember, man, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, that's close, bro. Because I remember driving to Oakland is about 45 minutes. And that was considered like a 20-minute drive, you know? That's what I mean. For Reno, it's just like you really learn how to slow down. And when you're talking about the population and things changing a lot, I feel like a lot of the folks resident from California are the ones that are populating the city of Reno, which we're guilty of it too, because the family's from Frisco.
So they're all moving up to different places and stuff.
Yeah,
that's true.
Cali residents.
We're talking about transportation and Tesla, but they're about to release those flying cars soon.
I seen that.
Let's see what kind of craziness we're gonna go with there. You guys know, freaking he's on track to probably release one of his own.
Man, are you guys even ready to have one? I don't think I'm comfortable. Actually, I don't know because I never did it, so I don't know.
And I hate to say it, man, but after a couple of deaths, of course, man, just bring it on. I'm gonna knock on wood there, dude.
Sheesh. So, man, Beenjeezy, bro, your high school. You went to Hug High, right?
Yeah, Hug High School, man.
So with your music, man, how did it all start? Did it start from Hug High? I always wanted to ask you that. Where'd you start off? Because I remember, for the listeners, as you heard Beenjeezy say, man, I'm a lot older than him. I remember him when he was a young buck along with my younger brother. You know what I'm saying? And then as we're all growing, your name was popping out there. You know what I mean? So I was just like, bro, man, Beenjeezy, you know what I'm saying? Also known as Ruckus back then. You know what I'm saying? You spend that fire. Yeah. So where did the inspiration come from?
We were trying to, this is why I got along with Guru so well. It's like we were trying to sound different from everybody else. It was like when people heard us rap, they thought we were like Meuli or something. They were like, "Oh man, they ain't Poly." Yeah. We were trying to, but it was just us. We were a product of what we grew up in. So growing up out here, Reno's, we consider West Coast, man. So like I listened to a lot of like, Tupac, the Loonies, E40 and them, you know what I mean? Like all that stuff from the Bay, reached out here to Reno. And then of course I dabbled into the East Coast stuff, and then my brothers were into hip hop a lot. So it just kind of came naturally, man, especially, the first thing it was church. You know what I mean? We'll be in church learning all of these stuff. And exactly, man. And just like everybody else, I hate to say it like a stereotype, but it all starts from church. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
You learn how to play instruments and stuff like that. But that's how it came about, man. And then I just wanted to sound different from the other poly rappers out here in Reno. Like, shout out to some of my guys out here, man. Like, Tease and some of these guys I grew up with, man. Reno Sounds and them, and we just wanted to sound different, G Nikes, shout out to G Nikes and them, man, and my boy B Pluck. You met him before, Puni.
Yeah, baby.
We just try to sound different. And Pluck is from Vallejo, but when he came out to Reno, we hit it off, man. It's like it's like you take a little bit of influence from everybody. So yeah, I stole a little bit from the Bay Area, man. I get some stuff to Frisco. I'll get some to y'all, man.
Hey, man, it's all good, bro. It's shout out to everybody you just mentioned. R.I.P. to T-Moss. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one of the man that boy was talented. But anyways, before we get on with it, before I get out of this, you brought up a good point, and to our listeners, especially us Polynesians, right? We tend to the word is like either downgrade or mock, or I hear this a lot, even growing up too, right? They'll be like, "Hey man, why are you trying to sound black? Hey man, why are you trying to sound like those guys?" But you will never understand until you actually was raised or brought up in the area. It's like you're surrounded. It's not like you're trying to be that. It's the place you grew up with. So you start speaking that language.
Exactly.
And
like I know guys so smooth probably went through it too, you know, like being in the films, they probably like, oh, this guy just trying to be Palangi over here. It's like,
yeah,
man, what kind of stuff? Why does that make you? Why do people
different.
like automatically seem we're trying not to be ourselves? You know? It's like,
Ourselves as islanders. Have you experienced that, guy so smooth? While we're on this topic,
Yeah, man. Everybody calls me I'm a white boy or stuff. I sound like a white boy.
yeah,
Palangi toy.
exactly.
Specific
Yeah,
word
but
is they
then
call it palangi toy. That means
see what they don't get though is you know, you got people need to educate themselves on a different level where this is all coming from, like the word ebonics, the people you were raised around. And I always said, when I was shot back, whenever they told me that, I go, nah, man, I just learned proper English. I grew up, you know, my pops was my family was a military family, so we moved around a lot. And I wasn't around a lot of the, you know, the ebonics talking. I was around a lot of the proper English type of talking. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was going into the military elementaries and stuff where they had the kids.
Hello, talk heavy, military brats.
Yeah, there you go. So we were military brats going into military brat schools.
Yeah.
So it was that was the type of people I was surrounded with at my early age, until we moved to the back on the island in '89. I was about what? Oh,
7 or 8.
About 8 that time. But by then, it already, like, the way I was speaking already took hold. You guys know what I mean? So when I was back there on the island, I always felt like I never fit in because my speaking was, I spoke very proper English. And I could get where I had the same feeling when I came up to my fams, when I did grad school, when I came up to Frisco to do grad school for 3 years.
Vice versa, it ended up being out here too.
Like, I started hearing my uncles and them talking. I was like, why do they talk like this? Then you know, it makes you realize it's the people around you. You take on, you mirror how people communicate. And it's just people, Puni Moa, I'm gonna say it, man. It's just ignorant people when they come out saying, why are you sounding black and stuff?
Tell them, hello.
Don't be ignorant to where people are brought up.
And you know what? Just to be transparent, I ain't going front. Because when I came from Samoa, you know, I spent my high school and teens in the islands. So when I came to the mainland in Frisco, I felt that type of way too. Somewhat, little bit of being judgmental. Like, dude, why are you trying to sound all black? Why are you acting all black? Because I didn't know. I was naive. You know what I'm saying? But as I became, you know, as I grew and also traveled the world, I realized, man, people are a product of the surroundings.
You know that's why they, you know, they call
environment, man.
They call that type of thing that you went through, which a lot of people don't like. They call it woke, bro. Yeah. You woke up to the world, like the bigger, larger world. These other guys who are using woke, they're using it in the wrong way, man. I just feel that way. Like they're overdoing it. But what woke is, you know, you understand where people coming from. You understand you know, their livelihood and stuff. So don't knock it.
Yeah. So, you know, and then, you know, so yeah, man, this is great stuff, man. But let's stick with the my man Beenjeezy. So it's a unique name, man. How did you come up with it, man? Is there a special meaning behind the name Beenjeezy?
Man, it was more one of my sister's kids, man. They couldn't say the word they couldn't say Benji, so it just sounded like it sounded like Beenjeezy, so we just kind of called it Beenjeezy, man. So shout out to my nephew, man. He kind of named me, you know. So
those are the best origin stories.
Bro, that is the best way. That's the best. That's the best. You know, shout out to the nephew, man. What's the nephew's name, man? Shout him out, man.
Oh man,
go viral, baby.
My little nephew, David and Delaney, man. So like, it's my sister's kids, man. Like they were trying to say my name, and it came out that way. So it's funny. People ask me all the time, and they think I'm gonna say something like, "Oh yeah,
like a street,
like shot somebody." You know, but it came from something like that, man. And it was a lot more friendly than Ruckus, you know what I mean? Ruckus is more of an underground thing, so we needed some
that alter ego, huh?
Folks to say too. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because the Ruckus guy so smooth. You know, we're gonna get right to it. See, that's what I was leading this into, right? Because eventually we'll talk about how me and you cross path and how our music career went. But That's a good one, man. I like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, boys, you guys all talk about music for all the listeners, the new WeFOBZ listeners who are just getting to know both of you in the music industry. Puni, you wouldn't mind dropping like a nice sample track
for
us to listen to, and then
yep.
The perfect thing you need when you window shopping, doing everything up in your power just to cap me. You can't wait to get to me like the last day of school, and if I read attention, you be breaking all the rules. Jump say you foolish, wasting your time.
Let's just say that part of the story is gonna get entertaining, man. It might take up our whole episode, our whole show today. But before we go there, man, I still want to break it down so our listeners that don't even know about my man. You know what I'm saying? So you are a descendant. Your dad is Samoan, your mom is Tongan. You know what I'm saying? The culture, did the culture influence you, you know, with your background when it comes to the music? I know you talked about ministry, church. Yep. What's up? Talk about it.
It had to, man. It was, I think I was angry. You know, I wasn't Samoan enough. I wasn't Tongan enough.
Tell them, hello.
Like, it was
you're a plastic.
The hell with y'all. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly.
And then you started reflecting that in your music, yeah?
Plastic to our listeners, man, that's to just real quick to our just to educate our listener. That is the version that New Zealand uses. You know, just because I seen it on the Coconut TV network. Out here at American Samoa, we call that palangitoi. You know what I'm saying? And what's the Tongan way of saying?
People don't know, man. They'll be just palangiloi.
Palangiloi.
Same thing, man. Like.
Same with all our mixed breed out here who are black, white, or Samoan and white, Samoan black. You know, shout out to y'all, man, because y'all gonna take over the world. But anyways, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man, it was hard being a half breed, man. Like I tell everybody who got half breed kids, I'm like, man, they're gonna go through it. And the funny thing is, they don't go through it with the other cultures. It's our own people.
Tell them hello,
people, man. and that's the sad thing about it. You know, I remember. Growing up, my family moved around a lot. So, like, we were up in Seattle, Tacoma, man. I remember meeting all my Samoan cousins, and it was just like, oh, you know, here come the giddy up jokes and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, and then when I met my Tongan family, it was the same thing with the Samoan thing. It was like, you know, they call us rocks, stuff like that, you know. So, me and my brother, we kind of made we turned into our own thing, you know. We call ourselves the Rockin' Horse Connections, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so the Rockin' Horse Connection.
Take some, try to take something and create something positive out of it, you know. But yeah, it's hard being a half breed, man. You kind of get mad at both races, and this is why when people heard me, they always assumed I was something else. You know, they didn't know I was poly until they met me. You know, they were like, "Oh man, I thought you was strong. I thought you was something else." But yeah, it's hard, man. That you have to use that stuff as fuel to try to be something different, especially in this game.
Yeah, that's some good valid points there, man. You know, so we talked about that your parents and how that brought it up. So what about your music, man? You've been doing this a long time, Oos. You know, you've been an MC and a rapper for over a decade, actually longer than that. What initially drew you? Well, you know, so we know about that the family culture had a lot to do with it, your upbringing, you know what I'm saying? How did the style, the ruckus, well, I'm sorry, that was the old time, you know, Beenjeezy style, way you flow, cool, bro. Yeah. How are you able to bring that together and to have your own kind of style, your voice? Because it's definitely different.
Man, I don't know if this is gonna get demonetized or nothing like that, but it started from me selling dope, man. Like everybody sell the same. We all sell the same weed in the neighborhood, but you got to make your stuff sound the best. You know, when they ask you what kind of weed you got, you be like, oh, this is some space chronic, right? You know, you try to upsell it. You know, so the same thing goes with music. You try to upsell your stuff and use different styles, and like I said, you take a little bit from each city. You know, so there were songs that I made that nobody in Reno liked, but then like I know cats from the Bay, they'll be like, oh yeah, man, I like that one. That's the one right there. So it's just everybody got different flavors, man. It's just you just gotta then you take what everybody like and just try to make it your own style, you know.
Gotcha. That's what's up, man. So fam line royalty. Let me say that again. So now we fast forward to his career in the MC and rapping. And we're gonna fast forward specifically to the year of 2009. You know what I'm saying? 2009. This
man.
group. Go
No
ahead,
offense,
guy.
man. We hella old.
Hey, hey,
We hella old.
hey, man. You know what?
Wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom, man. This can be just documented just for our young ones. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, man, this group, you got into a group called Famline Royalty, you know, under the line of Lots Production. Was it a significant part of your journey? You know, was that part of it? Did that help? I mean, just let's talk about it. Can you tell us, you know, the listeners, you know, the members and the experience that you had? So, you know, and even we did a little tour too. Remember the one in was it Long Beach?
Yeah,
Guysosmooth.
the O side, yeah.
The ocean side, yeah.
Shout out to O side. Shout out to O side, man.
Hey, real quick, man, just in case, man, that's where we actually met Spawn Breezy before Spawn Breezy even took off. Tell us about it, man. Tell the listeners about Famline Royalty, man. And you know, how did that all come apart, bro?
Man,
how did you get in?
That had anything to, it was just our brothers, man, our older brothers. You know, they
Hello. Mm-hmm.
I like to call these two guys the dream chasers. You know, these dudes. As Puni knows, and guys so smooth, you know a lot. You know these man, lots of.
Hey, shout out to the big Usos, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lot and Akre.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Lot Akre, man. Akre, you know, his MC name raised up, but man, these two guys are dreamers, man. So, you know, they started dreaming, thinking about doing this music thing, and you know, I'm not gonna say no to my brother, man. You know, my brother was like, man, let's do this thing, man. I was just like, all right, let's do it. I think I was barely like 21. I wasn't even 21 yet, man, around that time. So
freaking underage.
He was like, hey, Oos, you gonna join this music thing, all right? Come on, you tight, bro. Get on here.
What the frick?
Exactly. But it was fun, man. Like I remember all the members, man. Like man, R.I.P. Hot.
Hot,
I love that dude, man.
Oh man.
Hot Beast, you know. Man, it was.
Oh man, Mac T. What about Mac T, man?
Mac T, man. Shout out Mac T up in Dago, man. It was. I would say it was probably close to our what would you call it? Our Zipso phase.
Zipso. Excuse me. Yeah, guys, so smooth, bro.
We was way better than Zipso, man. Just let y'all know.
Hey, Hot would have put what's his name, Mr. T. You know what I'm saying? That was the mission for Hot. Remember, his mission was like he wanted to go battle Mr. T. Unfortunately, R.I.P. to Hot. That you know wasn't able to happen. But you know, we'll put out his song.
But yeah, man, Family Royalty was a dope thing, man, and it was humbling. You know, that was the most humbling time of my life, Puni, because when we got to O-Side after we did the show, man, I think they booed us afterwards. Man, O-Side's a tough crowd, man. If you can make it an O-Side, man, you
anywhere, man. I know what you mean. Getting those booze, man. Yeah, it'll humble the shit out of anybody.
So they even booed Spawn Breezy, man. Like they were rough, man. Like
you know what it is, man. O-Side, man. You guys are they're still on that West Coast vibe. You know what I mean? They weren't ready. Spawn Breezy and us, man. We had a futuristic stuff that are jamming right now.
You guys were too early. Too early for it. Bro. You guys were too early to the game with that.
Way too early.
Way too early.
I mean, because look at it now. Look at the styles you guys probably had. Look at it now. It's all over, right?
Yep.
Man, don't even get Puni started on that, man. That's a whole nother segment, right there.
So me and Beenjeezy, man. We used to be in the booth, bro, for like almost a good whole 24 hours, man. We were just addicted. We were addicted, man. And at that time, you know what I'm saying, I was young too. I think I was about 25. Yeah, about 25 and stuff. And so I did a lot of clubbing. And you know, I was fresh off coming from Portland, so the northwest side. So, you know, I did my own little thing, man, you know, just understanding the vibe at that time. So me and you know, Beenjeezy at that time, we were just pushing it. And we were trying to tell the OGs, our older brother, hey man, we need to get this out, like put it on YouTube. Like how you were doing it, Guy. That's what about the time your stuff came out, huh, Guy? The movie.
Yeah.
So we were a firm believer, like, hey man, just put our stuff out there. But
yeah,
we didn't know what we know now. You know what I'm saying? Like the OGs were like,
there were no rules to the game for this type of digital stuff just yet.
Yeah, they wanted to make sure that our stuff was protected.
They were going old school style, huh?
Yeah, they were going old school. And you know, hey, it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna put a heavy question on all. So where are you all at now with your career? Like, what do you guys, you know, Beenjeezy, Puni Moa? I mean, you see this, we're popping this WEFOBZ brand out. This is something, this is something, I don't know. I know Puni's gonna give you a lot more info on what we're doing because you've been a fan from the get-go, bro. And then you see what we're trying to do here. I told people, man, I'm done trying to play the hurry up and catch up game. It's about time we at that age where we can just use what we already learned and stuff and just make some entertainment. Let's just connect with some people, try to make a living out of it. So where's your guys' careers going at this point?
Well, I'm gonna start real quick because you know, give Benji a little break. For me, man, this is it right here, the podcast, the whyuce podcast, you know, and joining the WEFOBZ, you know, doing our thing on that end. Yeah, I'm getting older. And getting younger. This whole thing is just a setup for the future generation, my kids and my nieces and nephews. You know, I mean, either we make it or not, it's all good to me, man. All I learned is what I learned from the Fam Line royalty is if we was to stay consistent, that would have made a difference because you know exactly what I'm saying is I wish I know what you hear that all the time. I wish I know what I know now.
What I know,
what I knew then.
Facts, man.
Right then. You know what I mean? So with that said, it's like as long as we stay consistent, you're not going to see us in this podcast anytime soon, baby. This is going to go on until the wheels fall off. And that's where I'm at with that, man. As far as for the music side, I kind of gave up on that already. Because I've always felt like I wasn't a singer. I just wanted to, you know, it's like Beenjeezy was saying. It was just me tagging along with my older brother, you know what I'm saying? Because I looked up to him and just, you know, joining the vibe. And a lot of good things came out of it, you know, because as you know, I've been traveling in Asia. I spent 5 years out in South Korea. And with the Fam Line royalty, it really helped me with my vocals because eventually, for those who are Christians, you understand what worship leaders are. I eventually became using that talent or that experience in the ministry, you know, the church ministry, specifically for military, right? So did a lot of that. I was able to also be a part of organizing like these, I wouldn't say concert, but big events where it brought a lot of soldiers together, you know what I'm saying, and hosted a lot of big events, did a lot of that stuff. It was a great experience. I picked up learning how to play a piano. Now I'm all right. I wouldn't say I'm an advanced piano player. So those are the plus things that came along with it, you know, and just experiencing other, like actually being around a live band, like an actual professional guitarist, a pianist, a freaking vocal singers that actually warm up your vocals. So there's so much stuff that I love being around it, but as far as a career, it stops there. You know what I'm saying? Just that's where I'm at with that. I hope did that make sense, man? Did I answer that question, Oos?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, go ahead, Beenjeezy.
Yeah, where I'm at now, man, I'm still doing my thing, man. I push my music out here and there. Now I do it for the love of music. You know, like I think in my 20s,
that's good.
If I would have heard Puni Moa say that he gave up on music in my 20s, I would have been like, man, that's the saddest thing I ever heard. But now that I'm older, I understand it. I get it now. You know what I mean? So now, man, I could care less if a song gets 1,000 plays or if it gets 10 plays. You know, it's just that's my therapy. You know, when I gotta release something out, I just put it out. So now I look at the younger generation, man. Like I got my nephews coming out. Shout out Splash Gang Music. So
Nice.
Splash Gang.
I got these boys coming out. Yeah, Splash Gang, man. So these kids are they're super talented, man, and you know they're like us back in the day, Puni, but they're better looking, you know. So it's it should sell. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pushing these kids out, man. Hopefully it goes far for them. But this time it'll be easier, you know, because now I know what Lot and Akre know, but more, you know, because they were helping us out back in the day. Like, so Lot knew a lot of stuff. Lot be like, nah, man, don't sign that, or don't make sure you read that before you go do that. Now I know that plus more. So I'm giving these kids a little bit more than that. So now when I used to I had a studio in my house, man. So I had these young kids come over and they always ask me what to get. I'm like, man, publishing, man.
Yeah.
Like songwriters make the real money in the world, man. Like writers those are the guys that make the real money. If you want the limelight, go ahead. But if you want to make real money, it's the writers. You know what I mean? Like sell your song, man. Like, so I'm blessed. I sold a couple songs here and there. So every now and then, man, I look at my residual account, and then it'll be, you know, I get some pennies in there, you know what I mean? So,
hey, that's a plus,
good, man. It's doing something different. Yeah. So
a lot of people don't realize,
now,
man, you just put them all to game for that passive income. That's a lot of what we be talking about on WEFOBZ, man.
Yeah.
WEFOBZ Nation, man. Beenjeezy just put you all on that passive income, that residual income be coming off of his published songs that he sold. Can't beat that.
And that's the whole play too, you know? That's the whole play here with the whyuce, right? Whyuce is basically just having his podcast, because if you don't know or not educated or knowledge about podcasts, there's three stream of income that can come out of this. But again, that's down the road. I ain't gonna talk about it until I make it. You know what I'm saying? But let's go on, Oos. I love the questions. I love the answers. In the music world, man, this is what I want to ask, man. So from now, what are some of the challenges that you can advise people, you know, the young ones like Splash Gang and everybody that's, you know, inspired to be an MC? You know, what are some of the challenges that you face that maybe can help the young ones, you know, learn from it and don't even go that route?
Man, to even direct this question more, like challenges in the sense of nowadays, because remember, it's different now. MCs back then is different from MCs now. Yeah. Just to kind of narrow that out.
I like it. I love it. Go ahead, Oos.
It's the biggest thing I'll tell them is man, I hate to talk about our culture this way, but the main thing I ran into was the
support,
was that factor of somebody's being like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
I want to be a rapper. And they're like, they hit you with the say feel rapper. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta break that mold, man. Like, yeah, man, and you know, in Tongan way, we call it, you know, when somebody's like, man, when they hit you with that shit, it's like, man, they'll be like, go do your chores. It's like, nah, man, I want to do something in my life. You know, I want to chase these dreams. So we got to break that mold of the for this new generation, man. So that's one thing I'll get to them is like, just keep striving, man. Like, who cares? They say, oh man, I know him. He's from the block. It's like, so what? You know, like, he's doing something out here.
Guysosmooth, you have any other questions for the Oos? Or the Toko?
Once again, it's whatever, you know, let people say what they want to say. I always say that I don't say with the people, with the clan. It's that clan mentality. Everybody be, I'm going to say it hard. They be trying to get racist and shit when you're not one whole part of a group and stuff. Like, cut that shit out. Like, if you guys going to go chase a dream, you don't need to be around a bunch of dream killers. Beenjeezy spit it off for you, WEFOBZ Nation. Just get together with like-minded people who inspire you, people who push you to that limit where, you know, you get your creativity back. Beenjeezy, funny story is, man, Puni Moa and I, that's why we went hard at this thing, because, you know, we say, man, let's go, let's do this, let's get it on. I mean, whether or not everybody's busy in real life, you brought it out, man. That passion to do what you love and get it out there, man. But thank you for that story. Thank you, Puni, for the opportunity, man.
It's what we do, man. And I also, you have any up and coming events or some kind of promo? I know you mentioned it, like you want to shout out, to let the listeners know so we can put it on a short clip and promote, for especially for the splash. This splash.
Yeah,
group.
man. Follow the young guys, man. There's Big June, Mo Deuce, and then Splash Game Tide, man. So you can see it on my SoundCloud, Beenjeezy Inyoface. I'm on YouTube, everything, man. Just like it sounds, man. Just look it up. It take 2 seconds to look something up, man. Just like you want to look up all that drama on YouTube, you can look up my music, man. Just give a brother a like, man.
Follow, subscribe.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm your boy, Puni Moa.
And I'm your queen. Don't forget, log into wefobz.io.
That's where you'll find everything you need to know about us.
We also got merches selling on the website. You'll see the podcast whyuce right there on wefobz.io.
We appreciate your support. Since Queen ain't available, I've already had some questions ready for you too, because I knew y'all were going to join.
Oh, hell no.
No. Hold on, bro. I'm the host, bro. Hey, don't worry about it. These are all good, easy questions,
I'm
bro.
Keep quiet, man. F-use, what the hell?
Hey,
you guys
man.
be getting me on these stupid games, bro.
Hey, Ben is the one that brought it up.
Queen kill. Yeah, I saw Queen kill Puni last time, bro.
Oh, man. Now he's going to try to come kill us.
No,
man.
No, this is like, they got me laughing, bro. All right, now, since Queen ain't available today, we're going to go ahead and bypass segment 1, happy hour, and segment 2, let's talk about it. As you know, listeners, from our previous episode, we're getting more into educating our viewers from our experience when it comes to like work situations. But we're going to jump into our last segment of the day, which is the whyuce game time. And I'm going to go in and just ask my brothers here a few questions, man. And it's really just, do you know? You know? Either you know or you're not, man. I ain't trying, and guys so smooth here thinking that I'm trying to plot something on him. Nah, brother. It's just a simple question, man. You'll be surprised yourself. So I'm going to ask Beenjeezy first, and then if you don't know, we'll see if Guy knows. Do you know, Ben, who is the face? What's the name of that person on the $50 bill?
That's Grant.
I'll give you that.
All right.
I'll give you that. All right, Guy, man, what about the $2 bill?
What?
Who's the person on the $2 bill?
I don't know the other president other than George Washington.
So you don't know.
Maybe George Washington.
All right. Now, hey, to the listeners, Guy so smooth is a dumbass. No, I'm playing those. What about you, Benji? What about no. Hey, man, I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna delete that part. No, you don't know. So Guy so smooth doesn't know. Guy so smooth be naive. No, okay. All right. What about you, Ben? You know the $2?
Man,
So who's the first president? Let's talk about that.
I was gonna say Jefferson or something. I think he's the $20 bill. Or no,
I was gonna
that's
say
a $10 bill.
Benjamin Franklin. Well, it's Alexander Hamilton and shit.
It's Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah. On the $2 bill?
Oh,
the $2 bill.
Jefferson. Okay.
You were right.
No. Are you sure?
Yeah. Okay. Totally, for real, bro.
It's not. No, it isn't, dude. Go check it out. It's Alexander Hamilton. Or wait,
I have it right here.
Bill.
The $2. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Thomas Jefferson. You see, guys so smooth. You don't know
F you,
bro.
Thomas Jefferson.
You know?
Why didn't you speak to me, man?
You know, man.
Got lucky, man.
Hey, man. So okay. Here's my last one. This is the last one for the listeners to tune into. So far, my man, you know what I'm saying, Beenjeezy is pretty educated, pretty knowledgeable when it comes to money. Well, duh, he used to be a drug dealer. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
for Guy so smooth's defense. But anyways, man, let's talk about who would you be? We're talking about body parts, man. Let's say your doctor, man, talking to you boys, right? And this is for all of us. So you had a choice. Which body part would you give up to save your life? Here are the 4 choices. Would it be your arms, your legs, your eyes, or your ears? Let's talk about it. What part of your body part would you give up for you to live this life, to move on? And why? Go ahead, guy.
What? I wasn't going to answer no more questions.
What part of your body would you give up? Would it be the arms, the legs, your eyes, or your ears?
What about you? What part of your legs or your body would you give
I'm
up?
the one asking the question. Don't try to trick, give me some trick questions. Answer the question. Participate.
Well, you said part, so it should be one. You were saying arms, legs. It can't be two. So you said part. I would give up my left ear.
Why?
Because I can still see and hear stuff. I need my two eyes.
That's a valid one. What about
And,
you? Go ahead. Obviously, you want more parts missing. Go ahead, Oos.
And I could still probably do whatever. But
That's a valid one. You know, be
And
definitely.
I think I can hear better through my right ear, so that's why I would give up my left ear because it's already effed up. So
just cut it off.
It's slick, man.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'll give you that, bro. That's a good one because I can survive without a
music. Effed up my left ear. So
okay, now Beenjeezy, since Guy took the ear, man, there's only 3 other options you got to choose from, bro. That's the rule of the game.
I'll lose one of my eyes, man. I love music too much, man. I don't think I can. Man, that would kill me, man, if I can't hear no more, man. So, jeez. Yeah, so I'll probably give up one of my eyes, man.
Damn. Like a pirate.
Yeah.
That still looks saucy.
Like, idiot.
What about you, man? You talking about us? What would you?
What's left? So we got the ears. No, we got the legs and the arms. Well, it's bro. Damn! All we got left is the arm and the leg. Oh, sheesh.
Take the leg. You could be the other pirate.
I'll tell you, hey man, everything's advanced nowadays. You know, the technology is advanced. So hey
man, that ain't the point, fellas. Hold on, y'all.
Hey, I like that, man. Hey. You get it back. You get it back. Probably even supersonic style, like super powered.
Exactly.
Y'all need to be learning how to be a participant. You know what I'm saying? It's not about what's going reality, mother effers. It's about the questions that are being asked and stick to that. Don't talk about any other technology shit that's gonna,
Now that Beenjeezy bring it up, I'll lose it all, man. I want to get sideburns out, bro. Give me all those. Give me the implants. Give me that shit.
Well,
true, man.
Yeah. Well, if you ask me anyway, since it will be my right leg. I'll take off my right leg because you know what I'm saying. You need your hands to jack off. You know what I'm saying. The leg, you can always get something. You can always get it. You know, that's that. That'll be my answer, man.
Are you right-handed, left-handed?
I'm lefty. I'm a lefty.
Dominant leg?
Nah, lefty.
Oh, okay.
So how are you gonna balance yourself when you do
it? Oh man,
you be good, man. You can still drive the RC forklifts. You know, you just gotta
wait. Hold on.
Foot on the.
I was thinking about when I'm driving too, bro. It's gonna be messed up for me. I'm gonna have to cut off the left because my right is the one that does. It's crazy how I'm a left-hander, but everything, my dominant hand as far as like where I'm used to doing stuff is on my right. Does that make sense?
Everybody's like that, bro.
Yeah, but that's
yeah, that's normal, man. But hey, man, talking about superheroes. Here's my last question. You know what I'm saying? So futuristic world, right? If you can replace one of the body parts, a bionic to upgrade, which one would it be?
Oh, you already know.
Okay, so again, here are the options. Like we talked about, replacing that off now, and then replacing it with a bionic. Like to make it like freaking what's that machine called?
Terminator.
The Terminator stuff, man. So which one would it be, guysosmooth? Would it still be your ear? I'm just saying the option's still the same. Ear, eye.
Man, take my ears and my eyes, man. Replace them both, bro. Sheesh. I want that superpowered stuff.
So you can be a makaiku.
X-ray eyes, yeah.
A pervert.
I can hear.
So you can just X-ray through it and see some tits.
Conversations from a mile away. man. I be in the secret spy agency business.
Damn. What about you? Hold on, guy. You only got one, man. Let's stick to the rules, bro. Only one, not two, dog. Stick to the rules.
Take an eye, man. I'll take an eye. I want to see something pretty good.
So you can be
I'm a filmmaker, dude. We need good eyes to do our shit.
Okay. What about you, Beenjeezy?
Man, it'll probably be no, I always wanted to dunk a basketball, man. I'll probably use my legs, man.
Damn, you stole that from me, bro.
You know, be the second coming of John Lumbu, man. I'll go try out for the All Blacks as soon as I get my legs in, man.
Okay, well, obviously I'm gonna go with the ear because because you know the arms, I'm Samoan. That's good enough. I don't need that. But the ear so I can listen to everything. You know what I'm saying?
You can hear somebody fart in the next room next door.
Oh, it'll be selective hearing. It'll be selective hearing.
That's silent but deadly one, but you'd be like, you let one rip, huh? You know?
Nah, hell no, man.
So he'll be able to control his hearing powers, guy, or no?
Tell me about it. He have the volume control on the back of his ear and shit.
Nah, how the hell you gonna have the audacity to question and tease my answer, y'all? You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Our time is up right now, man.
Right, man.
I want to thank you for tuning in, brother. Hopefully we'll have you, join us again down in the road, bro. But you have any shout outs, bro? Any remarks before we end this episode?
Man, I just want to shout out WEFOBZ and whyuce podcast, everybody, man. Yeah.
Wow.
I've been following the movement for a long time. Thanks for having me on. Shout out Splash Gang and shout out Reno stand up again.
775.
Go Pack Goes. That's all I gotta say, man. Football season around the corner, man.
I'll make sure I delete that shit. Make sure that part is cut out. Otherwise, guys so smooth.
Oh man, thank you all, man. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to WeFoBZ Nation, whyuce listeners. Man, Beenjeezy, thanks for coming on. Shout out to all the people you be shouting out. And I ain't gonna shout out this fool. This fool, you change your game, bro. Next time we asking the questions.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah. Up, man.
All right, man. WeFoBZ.
What the fuck? Hey, man, we appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. I'm your host, Puni Moa.
I'm guysosmooth.
I'm Beenjeezy.
And we out.